Hello and welcome to week 4 of AC 1110 Accounting Fundamentals. Remember that the contact information is here with the name, the email address, the phone number. We also have office hours on Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. These are not required, but this is time that is carved out to answer questions. It is in a question answer format, so if you want to attend at that time, we can answer some questions at that time. Note that the phone number is different, so we have a different phone number than the phone number up here. If you want to attend, you can dial in this number. There will be a conference call code, and therefore we can enter the conference call code and other people can call into the same line at the same time. If we do have questions, we can use the screen share software like this. This is in Adobe Connect. I do recommend using screen share software. It's used in business a lot, and it's used by Charter College a lot, and it's really useful to work through problems. So we could work through problems in that way if we have questions at that time. Also remember that most of the problems that we will work will have instructional videos that will work through a lot of the problems. Those will be housed on this website, so if you want to go there directly, you can do so by clicking on here or saving that website. It's under Financial Accounting. It's under Charter College and Accounting Fundamentals. Also, this seems to work better. I'm trying to put everything on the YouTube channel, which tends to work better on things like tablets and whatnot and mobile phones. So I do suggest if you're mobile and you're going somewhere else and you want to just look at the videos, or if something is pulling up slowly, try to go to the YouTube page, which is here, which should pull up fairly well, and then go down to the Charter College. And this is the class we're in. So if you go into this channel, you can see what is within here, and then just click on the appropriate lectures in this screen over here, and it should have basically all the videos related to this class. All right, let's go back down to week 4, the current week that we are in, and the format should start to look somewhat familiar at this time. So if we scroll down, we have the objectives up top. I'll let you go through those. We have the topics, then we have the lessons. The lesson's going to be Chapter 4, Chapter 5. We started Chapter 4 last time. We're going to continue on Chapter 4 this time. Our main focus will be Chapter 4 at this time. We're going to start Chapter 5, then continue Chapter 5 in the final week. We are not going to do any more than Chapter 5. So next week, we're just going to continue on Chapter 5, and that is it. Maybe a little bit lighter for that reason. However, Chapter 5 is pretty long. So when we do go into the next week, even though we're only covering half a chapter, there's still a decent amount of material. We then have the instructional videos, so you can go through here and take a look at those. Those are links that should be housed in these two websites as well, as we just looked at, if you wanted to find them up there directly. Some of them will be repeats, and of course that is by design. I do recommend taking a look at some of the videos we looked at before, including the accounting building blocks, because that is the core stuff. We should be able to go through there every time and basically pick up something new or see something in a new way. So I do suggest looking at that maybe once a week or so, and just looking at those core concepts in terms of debits and credits. How do they relate? How do we post them? How do they relate to the trial balance and whatnot? Then we have the information that we actually need to do down here. So remember, you want to check everything off in Moodlerooms. This is Moodlerooms. This is Connect. You want to check everything off in Moodlerooms because although most of the work is in Connect, we don't have everything listed in Connect. So you need to check them off in Moodlerooms. I then enter the grades at the end of the week, and then you can just check off and make sure that the grades have been updated as you know they should be. So note what we have here. We've got the discussion forums, we've got the assignments, we've got the homework, and we have the quizzes. If we took a look at the point totals real quick on the syllabi, remember how we would approach these classes, how I recommend to approach these classes. Get 21% full credit on the discussion forums. That's a huge piece of the grade, and you have the most control over it. I would go for full credit there, then get as much as full credit on the assignments and the homework, 33 and 13. I realize that the assignments and homework are a lot of work, but there are a lot of resources as well, so we should at least get some points. Don't get any zeros on those. Even with starting those assignments, we can pick up a lot of points by just starting them and using the resources in that way. And then we would be going into the quiz with a pretty good cushion total. Note that the quizzes, the midterm, and the final all together are worth 33%, and the quizzes and the final, of course, are weighted more of that 33% than the quizzes are. So the final and the midterm are weighted more than the quizzes are. Going back to Moodlerooms up here, so how do we pick up those points? We're going to start off with the discussions. We're going to distill this down, and basically we need at least 4 posts. Most students need more than 4 posts because 4 posts is the minimum. So remember, the discussion forums accumulate upwards, so you're just going to keep posting until you achieve full credit, unlike other assignments in which you complete the assignment and you get whatever you get on the assignment. These ones accumulate upward with each post. So you can't lose points with a post, you can only gain points. However, in order to have a post that gets the full credit, you want to make sure that you add content to the post. If you copy and paste anything from Google or something like that, make sure to reference it, and then I would paraphrase it, and just make sure to add content to the discussion related, of course, to accounting. Then we've got the assignments down here. One's going to be in Connect, one will be in Moodlerooms. So the one in Connect, you want to do in Connect, then check it off here. Within Connect, Connect is up here. If we go into Connect and go into week 4 and look for that assignment within here, that's the one that looks like a notepad. So you want to open up the notepad, but remember that that's the longer assignment. You may actually want to do the homeworks first as they're listed here, but this is the longer assignment that we just looked at in Moodlerooms. It's going to have a paperclip related to it. So remember to open the paperclip, because this is going to have a lot of resources that can really help to pick up a lot of points on this work. So open the paperclip. Once you do so, you will see an Excel sheet. So the Excel sheet looks like this, has a video that works a very similar problem, except the numbers will change. It has an example tab down here, so go to the example tab, and we can see a very similar format in terms of what the journal entries will look like here. So the numbers will be different, but you can get a lot of information by looking through the journal entries on this tab and then using this to pick it up. Now, it also has a worksheet on this side. If you wanted to work it within Excel, you don't have to, because you do not have to turn this in. You could just use the example in the video to see how to use this information in order to fill out this problem. You don't need to turn in the Excel worksheet, but it is really good practice to look at it. Going to go back to Moodlerooms up top here. We're going to scroll down. This is the Moodlerooms assignment. So if you go into this item here, if you download this worksheet, it'll be an Excel worksheet, much smaller. This one we actually do need to turn in. We need to complete it. It's going to be a lot smaller. Then upload it here. If you scroll down, there'll be a blue submit button down here. Once the week has started, you're going to click on that, upload the Excel worksheet here. Going to go back up to the cookie trail up top, going to the week that we are in. Going to scroll all the way down to the week that we're in again. And the homeworks we have in Connect. So you're going to check them off here, but you're going to work them in Connect. And of course, the homeworks are the Learn Smarts in Connect up here. Here's Connect. So those are related to these two items here. So just remember that the Learn Smarts have like 25 questions only. If you complete 25 questions and go back into it, you can keep on working it, but it's just for practice at that point. And if you've completed, it should have a thing over here that says complete in the status area. Also, when you're done, if you want to study for the test, the quiz, I do recommend the Learn Smarts as a good way to study, because they're similar to that smaller type of question format, similar to a multiple choice type of question. It can also be used like flashcards, meaning that when you've completed a part of it, it takes it out of the question bank and only questions you on stuff that you do not know. And so that can be a really helpful way to study. So I'm going to go back to Moodlerooms here. Then, of course, you have the quiz. Make sure to take the quiz by Sunday. We cannot usually update or open the quiz after the due date unless there's an unusual circumstance, like the computer died or something. And in that case, you'd have to let me know, email me, and I would open it on a case-by-case basis at that time. So, of course, the quiz will be here in Connect. Make sure you have 4 hours to do it. Make sure that you have everything open that you can, meaning I would open another trial balance. I would have as much as the book open or any references I need from the book open. I would have an Excel sheet open, a calculator if I need it, or just use Excel. Going to go back to Moodlerooms. Going to go up to the Gradebook up top. So the Gradebook is up top. It's over here on the left-hand side. So remember that we're saying that week 3 has just ended. We're starting week 4. So as of the end of week 3, you want to go into the Gradebook as of Tuesday. I have up until Tuesday, so about Tuesday afternoon, you should be able to go in the Gradebook, and it should be updated. So as of the end of week 3, it ends on Sunday. You know exactly what your grades should be because you've been tracking it in Moodlerooms and you've gotten the information from Connect. Then by Tuesday, you want to go in there and just double check that it has been populated as you know it should be, meaning that the discussion forums will be fully populated at 100% because everybody's doing full credit on that because they're getting that done. Then the midterm will be in there and whatever you got within Connect. And then, of course, the assignments and the homework will be populated. Now, if the dash turns into a 0, that means that it's not being reflected as it has not been done. Then think about picking up late work. So you want to pick up the late work for week 3 or any late work that you can at that time. Then at the end of week 4, so week 4 will end on Sunday of week 4, then the following Tuesday we will update the work again, updating the work for both late work and for work that was done in week 4, and the same thing will apply. You're going to go through here and you're going to check everything that was done in week 4, and you've been tracking it, and you're just going to make sure that the gradebook has populated the way that you know that it should be populated, and then ask me if there's any questions on it. And that's it for week 4, so have a good week 4.